Hello! Good day, everyone! We are the passionate group and timely relevant researchers from BSEd. We, our members, are choosing Palawan as one of the finest, breathtaking, and most interesting tourist spots and at last frontier of the Philippines. I am Richard.
I am Gideon.
I am Divine.
And I am Leo.
I am Abjalil.
Come and join us and be amazed to this paradise, Palawan! Palawan. From 7,107 islands, Palawan is one of the most gifted province from the last frontier of the Philippines. Now, we will see how amazing and incredible Palawan and why tourists always love and visited tourist spots from a beautiful and uncovered paradise. The history of Palawan. The province of Palawan is known as the Philippines' last ecological frontier. It's an archipelagic province of the Philippines that is located in the region of Mimarupa. It is the largest province in the country and referred to as the last frontier of the country. Origin of the name. No one is really sure how the island came to be called Palawan. It is speculated that it have originated from a Chinese word Palawiu, which means the land of beautiful harbors. Others speculated that it came from an Indian word Palawans, which means a territory, while others still speculate that it came from the Spanish word Paragua, which means umbrella. However, what is clear though is that this island has played an important role in Philippine civilization. The oldest bones of the first Filipinos were found here and it was once inhabited by our ancestors, the Tabon man. Today, Taot Bato, Palawan, Tagbanwa, and Batacs were known to have inhabited this piece of land and other major tribes in Palawan. Evidence suggests that these tribes descended from the earliest settlers in the province. During the period of their existence, they created their form of government, a trading system, and even a unique alphabet. Since then, Palawan has become a place of harmony and beauty. The culture of ancient people is still strong. Its history proves that the province is more than its sandy beaches, clear waters, and rich marine diversity. It is a place of culture, history, and heritage. A visit to this province is a chance to be a part of world history. It is almost surreal that this all happened in one of the most beautiful places on earth, in this hidden piece of paradise, Palawan.
Hello everyone, my name is Gideon. And now, I will tour you to the most beautiful places here in Palawan, the Puerto Princesa Underground River Cave. So, what are we waiting for? Let's start!
All over planet Earth, God has given us so many wonders of natures that are truly inspiring, thought-provoking, and spiritually meaningful. One such wonders of natures that has yet to be known by many, a virtual undiscovered world, can be found in the Philippines. A nation of over 7,100 islands, home of the warmest, most hospitable and friendliest freedom-loving people in the Philippines. Nature is gifted mankind with the greatest marine biodiversity in the world, and it is in this country that a city in the forest can be found. Well, Puerto Princesa, the cleanest and greenest city in the Philippines, with 2/3 forest cover that allows one to breathe fresh and unpolluted air, where residents passionately guard and protect their environments, where corals and fishes freely share the oceans with the human as they provide a source of food within an ecologically balanced environment. And where now new scientific discoveries by a group of explorers from the Levante Geographic Associations have unearthed the most fascinating work of natures. The Levante Geographic Association is composed of Italian scientists and researchers who share a common passion for exploring the underground world. Many of us will never get to see in a lifetime. The Levante expeditions have served as mankind only windows to the mysteries of the most unreachable, deepest chambers of our planet Earth. In 2007, the Levante Group organized a large geographic and scientific research team to explore and unearth the mystery of the Puerto Princesa Underground River. This expedition, followed by a larger one in 2009, uncovered unimaginably breathtaking and scientifically exciting new discoveries unique to the Puerto Princesa Underground River, where nature's carved earth history spanning not just hundreds, thousands, nor hundreds of thousands, but millions of years, putting the human existence into its proper historical perspective. The Puerto Princesa Underground River Cave as silent witnesses to the Earth dynamic changes, dating back to the prehistoric time, to appreciate the Levante discovery's journey back in time to feel how nature's evolutions work, wonder through millions of years as men evolve, but only through more recent times. Think back 20 to 50 years from today and recall what is now part of recent human history. Pull back to 200 years and more and see how the world was completely different from what we know to be today. Now, imagine that 200,000 years might have been for man's history and the Earth's geologic evolutions. Then, except that geologists have established as the Ice Age only about 100,000 years ago when the Earth was blanketed in ice. Imagine 200, 500, and 800,000 years ago, and ask yourself what the Earth must have looked like. Finally count 2 million, 5 million, 10 million, up to 20 million years ago, the Miocene age, and marvel at how Mother Nature shaped our planet Earth. When we travel back through time, the Levante group discoveries not only become today's scientific realities, but also serve as the vital testaments to the origins of our countries, our continents, and the animals that inhabited the Earth before any recorded existence of humans. Upon entering the Puerto Princesa Underground River, one is welcomed by the enthralling sights of gigantic limestone formations. Some shapes like familiar figures, stalactites or dripstones, hang from the ceiling, while stalagmites rise from the cave floor, and when they meet they form huge colonies that look like underground fortresses of ancient civilizations. Deeper into the underground river, one will hear the symphony of sounds from a variety of living organisms. Millions of swallows and bats drapes the walls of the various chambers of the cave, some climbing onto the rugged limestone walls and cathedrals height sailing, whilst others playing in and out of the caves to forage for food. You will marvel at the sights of translucent crablets blanketing some walls that seems to crumble and disappear when they rush back to the river waters. You will experience a rich biodiversity of small animals and insects that have evolved and adapted to the cave and the river conditions, now all thriving within a delicately balanced ecosystems generally unperturbed by man and protected by the warm cares of Mother Nature. The Levante expeditions of Puerto Princesa revealed several new, unique, and outstanding discoveries still a mystery. There is what appears to be a bat's burial site, an area where bat bones were found, but not a single live bat exists, and unknown even to the locals. They discovered a second smaller underground river too narrow for a boat to navigate but wide enough for the scientists to explore. The Levante confirms the 6 main reasons for the world to visit and consider the Puerto Princesa Underground River as a true wonders of nature.
First, this river represents one of the most important underground estuaries of the world. Many underground rivers exist in the world, but very few outflow directly to the sea, and among them, the Puerto Princesa Underground River stands out as one of the most largest and most important underground estuaries in the world.
Second, the river hosts one of the most complex karstics or cave systems in the world. The millions of bats and swallows, the unique marine life, the exceptional biodiversity of various organisms, and the existence of animals that do not usually settle in the deepest parts of the cave made. The Levante scientists concluded that the Puerto Princesa Underground River stands out among the many caves they have explored all over the world. Third, this underground river cave has a very high amount of energy resulting from its unique thermal equator locations, the supermarine climate, and the right combinations of wind, humidity, and strong variables air fluxes, unlike other caves that can get seriously affected by increased tourism activities. Fourth, this river contains scientifically and aesthetically unique speleodems or cave formations from secondary mineral deposits contrary to findings of past explorations. Recently, Levante unearthed speleodems with unique genetic and aesthetic features such as crystals and egg-shaped formations. La Venta scientists even expect that their recent sampling from the cave might lead to the discovery of new cave minerals not found elsewhere. Fifth, the river hosts unique macro and micro cave formations or karst morphology that will allow scientists to conduct studies that have never been done before on the relationship between tides and the speed of freshwater flows. The sixth and the most exciting albeit unexpected discoveries corner from the ocean's deep and evolve over time to be forever impacted in one of the underground river walls. Its existence and probably of discovery is one in a billion. This is a discovery of 20 million years old Miocene age sea mammal fossils, scientifically known as Sirenia, or now popularly known as the sea cow, owing to the cave system's balance of temperatures and the absence of external disturbances. This outstanding 20 million years old fossils was found in remarkably perfect conditions. Sirenia existence is largely documented in Europe, the Mediterranean and African, but the specimens embedded in the wall of the Puerto Princesa Underground River is the first in the Philippines. The Sirenian was enjoying the ocean deep's joy was as the Miocene age or geologic period up to 23 million years ago, with shifts in the Earth's tectonic plates that creates today's continent, with volcanic eruptions that may have spent millions of years. Somehow, the ocean floors were pushed up to one creating islands with mountains that soon became forest. The Sirenian must have been embedded in the earth, ocean limestone's floors that eventually formed the mountains with a hollow cave inside what now deserves to be recognized as one of the most fascinating works of nature's. Ended with all these discoveries of the La Venta group, particularly the existence of this 20 million years old Sirenia that many can now visit in the Philippines. The entire world cannot but regards the Puerto Princesa Underground River as God gift to mankind, definitely a true wonders of nature's. The Puerto Princesa Underground River.
Good day everyone, I'm Divine. Have you visited Elnido already? Now, I will bring you to one of the most and best tourist spots found in northern Elnido Palawan. So, let's go! Elnido has been inhabited of human since early 2680 BC or even up to 22,000 years ago. This was confirmed by the fossils and burial sites dating back to the late Neolithic age that can be found in many caves and excavation sites surrounding the municipality, particularly in Devil Valley's Ailey Cave in New Ibahay. Elnido is an incredible place that every traveler should see when visiting in the Philippines. Elnido has been declared one of the best tourist destinations in the Philippines. Elnido, one of the top-ranked tourism destinations around the planet numerous bucket list. This is now Palawan's most popular tourist attraction, thanks to its pristine island with secluded beach and its jaw-dropping emerald lagoons, encircled by impressive limestone cliffs. An overview of the top 10 tourists. Number 10, Small Lagoon and Bucket Bay. is definitely the most breathtaking place to see in El Nido. The lagoon with turquoise green waters and surrounded by towering limestone cliffs is accessible by kayak or by swimming through a hole. Number 9. The Matanloc Island has many fascinating beaches to see, but the true highlights of this island is the Secret Beach. This spectacular pocket of white sand is inaccessible by boat and surrounded by steep rocks walls. Secret Beaches is not the easiest beach to access, but when you get there, you will be rewarded with one of the most scenery on the archipelago. Number 8. Nakpan Beach. With its long stretch of powdery white sand, beach fringed with coconut palm trees and crystal clear blue waters, it's one of the must-see attractions in El Nido. Nakpan is one of the Palawan best hidden beach and it's tourist-free. Number 7. The Big Lagoon is one of the most photographed places in El Nido. The clear turquoise water, the towering limestone cliffs, and lush green vegetation. Number 6. Snake Island, originally known as a vegan island. Snake Island is a long-shaped sandbar that snakes across the water of Bucket Bay and connects the islands to the mainland. During the low tide, you can walk to the sandbar and see beautiful starfishes and shells. Snake Island is one of the most amazing places in El Nido. Number 5. Hidden Beach is Matanloc Island is another stunning scenery that El Nido has to offer. This small paradisaic cave concealed by limestone rock and impossible to see it from the open sea. The views of the jagged limestone cliffs and the crystal clear water are wonderful from inside. Number 4. The Seven Commandos Beach is a beautiful tropical beach with white sand and crystal clean water. It's a great spot for a swim and chilling on the beach. Number 3. Simizu Island is considered to the best spot for snorkeling in El Nido. It has deep water and a vast variety of corals and fishes. Apart from the underwater beauty that every traveler wishes to witness, the island boasts secluded white sand beaches, turquoise warm water. Number 2. Secret Lagoon. This fascinating lagoon with a secluded beach is encircled by dramatic rock walls. The only way to get there is to swim through a secret tunnel in the rock. The last but not the least, number 1, Las Cabanas Beach is an amazing place to chill out and enjoy fabulous sunset and some cocktails. There are plenty of bars and restaurants along the branch front, so it's the perfect place to relax and unwind after a day island hopping.
Hi guys, I'm Leo, and now I will tour you here in one of the most beautiful places in Palawan, the Tabon Cave in Quezon. So now, what are you waiting for? Let's start!
remembrance of things past is a benediction to those who remember the dust of the past, the enduring language and religious offering of our people and the rich history are legacies that laid a solid foundation of our lives. Truly a benediction, Pastor Luke, into the future. Tabon Cave. The biodiversity and prehistory Tabon Cave complex is located in the last frontier of the Philippines, province of Palawan. Tabon Cave Complex is part of the Leap or On Point Reservation in Quezon, Palawan. The reservation is a 138 island of rugged cliff and deep slope, discovered by the late American archaeologist Dr. Robert Fox and his team from the National Museum in 1962. On the 218 caves found in the Coron Point, only 38 caves were fully explored, which are found to have been used for habitation and burial sites by ancient people, a wealth of indigenous experience, animals, and numerous artifacts such as stone tools and earthenware, dating back 50 to 700 years ago, attest to prehistoric culture that flourished during the spirit of human history because it's important to Philippine heritage. The Philippine government declared Tabon Cave Complex as a reservation site by virtue of Presidential Proclamation number 996 in 1972. The National Museum Department of Tourism, National Commission for Culture and Arts, and the Philippine Tourism Authority in the cooperation and local government. The Tabon Cave Complex also opens the window to more than 50,000 years of Philippine prehistoric useless habitation and arboreal sites and ancient times. The excavation done in 33 caves reveal a seamless wave of priceless cotton materials. Of these 6 caves are considered major cultural sites because of the artifacts found therein, namely Liang Caves, Tabon Caves, Diwata Caves, Igan Caves, Mununggol Caves, and Tadiao Caves. A famous Mununggol jar which appears on the 1,000 peso bill was found. This is a secondary burial jar with a cover featuring human figures that represent souls on the journey to afterlife.
Hi, I'm Abjalil. Have you ever heard about interesting Coron Palawan? Now, I will show you the beautiful and fascinating tourist spot of Coron Palawan. Be ready to amaze! When we think of Coron, the first thing that comes to our mind are the towering carps, cliffs that cluster pristine lagoons and lakes. But what really set Coron apart from similar island-hopping destination is the sheer diversity of what it has to offer. Coron has a wide array of tourist spots from lustrous lagoons to the beautiful beaches to unforgettable dive sites. They even have a saltwater hot spring and, believe it or not, an African safari. So, here is the top 5 tourist spot in Coron, Palawan. Number 1. Barracuda Lake is one of the most popular natural attraction in Coron. A short boardwalk straddles the sharp cliffs and leads visitor to its turquoise and cerulean water. It is a deep and brackish lake filled with a combination of salt water and fresh water. Why Barracuda? It's said to be named after a giant barracuda fish whose skeleton was discovered on its floor. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Number 2. Kayangan Lake. This scenic lake can be reached after a 15 minutes trek up a hill, a bit challenging but totally worth it. But even before reaching the actual lake, you will be treated to magnificent view of a clear blue water halfway. It is hailed as one of the cleanest lake in the Philippines. It's also important to note that the area is maintained by the local Tagbanwa tribe. Take a dip and appreciate the surrounding rock formation. Go early to avoid the crowd. Number 3. Makinit Hot Spring. Makinit Hot Spring is the perfect place to cap off your day. The hot spring bath draws dozens of tourists, local and foreigners, despite the considerable distance from the town center. Saltwater hot springs are quiet and common, so make sure you don't miss this when you visit Coron. Number 4. Kalawit Safari. Although not really an African safari, the Kalawit Safari Park still entices you with an experience that is different from the usual island destination activities in Philippines. The island provides a home for animals that are not native in Philippines, like giraffes and zebra, but you can also find endemic species like the Calamian deer. Kalawit is located in the municipality of Busuanga on the other side of the island, so if you can take a lot of time to reach, you can travel by sea or travel by land. Number 5. Twin Lagoon. This is a double treat for tourists. This stop features two species of paradise separated by a low carved wall. The first lagoon, where the boats are docked, can easily get crowded, especially at the midday. The second lagoon can be accessed in two ways, depending on the tide, taking the ladder over the rock during high tide or swimming through an opening underneath the rock during low tide. Either way, take atmosphere when transiting between the two. Don't leave the site without looking around because this is one picturesque attraction. That is the top 5 tourist spot in Coron, Palawan. Remember, plan smart, travel safe, and make every trip worth it. That's all. Thank you for watching.